President Trump is giving a shout out to Mexico tonight. He's crediting officials there with breaking up a caravan of Central Americans aiming to cross into the U.S. at the Mexican border. This comes as the president's plan to put National Guard troops on that border is scrutinized both tactically and politically. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts starts us off tonight. Good evening, John.
Good evening to you, Brett. There is plenty of criticism tonight for the president's plan to put National Guard troops on the border, people thinking that it's unnecessary and way too expensive. But there are also plenty of people who are applauding the president's decision. In West Virginia, to promote his tax cut, President Trump turned his eyes southward, explaining why he's calling out the National Guard to secure the border.
We're working out systems now, and we called out the National Guard. We're doing a real job, but I'll tell you what, the laws of this country have to be strengthened and toughened up.
Customs and Border Protection is working up recommendations to the Department of Defense for troop deployments. The DoD will approach governors from 4 border states to see if they can fulfill the mission with their own troops. If not, the Pentagon will likely approach other states to fill in the blanks. Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona welcomed the idea of mobilizing the Guard. Unclear at this point is whether California Governor Jerry Brown will agree to send his state's troops to the border. Certainly, his relationship with President Trump on immigration is troubled.
Well, I think Governor Brown's done a very poor job running California.
But DHS Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen says talks with Brown continue.
He has seen this happen before, and he has seen it happen well. You know, the whole concept here is to first multiply the Border Patrol, so the Border Patrol can do Border Patrol work. So I'm hopeful that I'll continue to talk to him and see what we can work out.
What thrust this issue to the forefront was reports of a caravan of more than 1,000 Central American migrants headed for the U.S. border. President Trump today praised Mexico for, as he claimed, breaking up the caravan, that his numbers were overinflated.
Mexico's been pretty good. They were very good to us yesterday because, you know, they had the caravan of thousands of people coming up from Honduras. Thousands of people. And we have very weak laws because of the Democrats.
It was the president's 4th visit to West Virginia, a state he won by nearly 40 points and a promise to bring back jobs. He found a friendly audience for his tough stance against China and his proposed tariffs on $60 billion worth of Chinese goods.
You have to go after the people that aren't treating you right. And in many respects, I think we're going to have a fantastic relationship long-term with China, but we have to get this straightened out. We have to have some balance.
Many industries are hyperventilating at the prospect of retaliatory tariffs announced yesterday by China against U.S. goods and whether it could set off a debilitating trade war. So the White House again today dispatched the new chief economic advisor to tell American producers to just exhale.
Both countries have just proposed tariffs. There's been nothing enacted. Let's not jump to worst-case conclusions. The intent of the president is to grow the American economy, not to hurt any of the sectors.
President Trump is using the economic argument as a cudgel against West Virginia Democratic Senator Joe Manchin, up for re-election in November. The president today blaming Manchin for everything but the weather.
Joe, he voted against. No, it was bad. I thought he would be helpful, but he votes against everything, and he voted against our tax cuts, and that was bad. And he also voted against medical help and health care, and he does other things that I don't like, I'll be honest with you.
Well, the plan for deploying troops to the border is still being finalized. President Trump on Air Force One on the way back from West Virginia this afternoon said he'd like to put between 2,000 and 4,000 troops on the border, and he would like a substantial number of those troops to stay there until the wall is built. Brett?
John Roberts, live on the North Lawn. John, thanks.